Hello! Hold up, I downloaded this mod, I don't know how it works. So 1.19.4 releases, I know I'm like a day late, but I literally don't care. There are tons of new features that you can see, including this blaster I'm holding right here, which damages the player intentionally because it points down, so intentional damage. And yeah, tons of new stuff, really cool stuff, and let's check them out. So we're doing testing in this data pack world that I created before, which you can check out this video, top right corner, also thumbnail on the screen. Anyways, the first let's get a command block, and let's also get some buttons. You notice anything different? It's the new UI. Anyways, so if we place down a command block, the first command we're gonna check out is /damage. This is already in Bedrock Edition, but finally we have it in Java, so you don't have to give some effect to a player every time you wanna damage them. So first you do /damage, then you have an entity, which is the target. So if I wanna damage myself, and then now we have the amount. Let's say I wanna damage myself for 10, which is 5 hearts. And now this is where it gets interesting. So we have all those damage types. Basically, it's in charge of, custom death messages. So if we do that, and we put a button down, and if we go to survival, we should be able to damage ourselves. Now my health is kind of a lot right now because of the map, but that's no worries. I'll damage myself several more times until we'll be able to kill ourselves. As you can see, it says I was shot. Now this is a bug I found. Basically, when you are shot, sometimes when there's like no other indicators, no other parameters after the damage type, you get this weird death message, but there is a workaround which I'm going to show you right now. So we're back at the command block. Let me eat a steak. And basically, after this, we have add or buy. Now I personally would prefer buy because it gives you another parameter which is from. So it's like by me as if I'm the arrow, and from Snowy Redstone, which is who shot the arrow. I know I said it a little bit confusing, but this is how it works. And let's actually increase the damage amount a little bit. So if we just go for 40 straight, we should be able to kill ourselves in one kill. Also, don't care about the scoreboard, that's an offline account. Boom, and we do one more, we die. Now you may realize even though I did 40 damage in the command, I didn't get instantly killed. Why is that? Well, remember how I said that it's gonna get interesting? Well, it did. I have a projectile protection 3 diamond chest plate, and since I selected the damage type, we are able to use our armor against that. So what this means is that without the damage type, so just 40, I'm gonna die instantly, believe it or not. Let's do that right now. So now this is just 40, and if we go back to survival, we instantly dies. Now we're back, it's the same armor, and we change this from to player attack. Now believe it or not, we will not die because I have diamond armor. Pretty cool, huh? So for our next command, I'm actually going to use a data pack, but don't worry, it's pretty much the same thing with a command block. So this is a data pack that I've downloaded and modified. It's the /write command. I haven't upgraded the editor, so that's why it's under the red line. However, this is how it works. You /write and you write someone. So yes, we're able to write other entities now. Pro-strat. There we go. We're writing the entity now. As you can see, this is his health bar. It will look different on your screen because I'm using a mod to modify the bar to make it look cleaner. But again, you can write other entities. You don't have any control over him though, so that's kinda sad. But hey, it works. So if I place down a bet here, will you go to sleep? And can I still? I can. So this is where it gets a little bit suspicious. But F12, your best tool. So the next feature is obviously block display or item display entities. I'm gonna use the help of MC Stacker, really handy tool for making commands that gets a little bit complicated. And we can do /summon right here, and we choose block display. Now the reason why it gets a little complicated because you need to select the block state. So say I want a diamond block, diamond ore, and we keep it like this. We can just click copy because they have like all those parameters, MPT tags and stuff. That's why I prefer this MC stacker because it's really convenient. Back to game and summon an diamond ore. Now this is not in the center obviously because for some reason, for some strange reason, whenever you summon a block display, like the origin or the anchor of the entity is not in the center, different from interaction entities, which I will get into that a little bit later. It's like at the very corner, which I guess it's understandable since it's a block, and that's how coordinates work in Minecraft. So basically what you can do is that you can place, say you want to place some stuff over here, right? So you can come over to the very edge, and I think it'll work out better if we delete all of this, we come to this edge, and then we use this command. That's kind of my bad. I mentioned about interaction entities, which is exactly what they sound like they are. So you no longer need a armor stand or a villager in order to detect right click or even left click in this case. So I just turned on hitboxes, and if we summon an interaction, you can see it. So how are we gonna do this? I'm not gonna do this right now, but one way you can detect your click, because right now it doesn't do anything, is by using a scoreboard. You are able to put a scoreboard value on this, so whenever you interact with it, it sets the value to 1, and whenever you stop interacting, or like after the interaction, it sets back to 0, and between these you can trigger some events. Of course, these are advanced command stuff for data pack pros. If you are not one, don't worry, I can do a tutorial if you want. Comment down whether you want a tutorial or not. So the last thing I want to get into is armor gilding. I think that's what they call it. Armor trims! So right now you can get trims, and say I want some redstone because I like redstone a lot, even though people always like diss me for not having redstone content on my channel. But yeah, and then you get an smithing table. Also, let's talk about the smithing template as well. So the first thing you can do right now is you have this, and surprisingly it actually has a hitbox. I did not know that before till this moment. So what you can do right now is you notice that you can no longer put your diamond armor onto the slots. I'm clicking, you can hear me click, doesn't do anything. You need to first put a smithing template onto it, and now this icon changes. You're able to put your armor onto it, and then the material. And boom, we have a trimmed chest plate. So the second thing you're able to do, or I should say no longer be able to do, is upgraded directly. So in your manhunts, you can no longer get netherite and then get a smithing table and upgrade your diamond. You now need a smithing template, which I think is a bad idea, but you know, who knows. So you put your smithing template, netherite upgrade here, you get diamond chestplate on the second slot, you put netherite ingot, and what you get? Netherite chestplate. So apparently that's how it works now. Thing that you may have already noticed is that you're able to swap your armor now. So you are able to do some stuff like this. So you know how like your elytra always run out of durability when you are flying? Well, that should no longer be the case. Even when you are falling, you can just right click and swap it right off. I mean, that's kind of like RIP Gamers React. They can no longer have clips of like a person jumping down with no elytra and be like, oh no, my elytra! Well, now they can just jump down, realize they have no elytra, right click and press space. Wonderful. That's pretty much it for this video. I'm currently writing an egg, which is kind of cringe since egg also represents boss, but we wrote a villager, so what? Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you do, please subscribe, trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the summer. If you help me, it'll be really nice. Time to drink water!